Alright guys, we're back for set number 2 between Hiya versus Larva in the Draemong Starleague Ro16 Group B. So we're going to have Larva at the yellow Zerg spawning up the 1 o'clock position on circuit breakers, which means up here at the 7 o'clock position as the brown Terran is going to be Hiya. So last game, Larva going for a really big all-in, not working out for him. And Hiya correctly punishes him, going for mech play. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't checked it out yet on Team Liquid or anywhere else, if you don't follow me and what I do, I did do a dual cast with Amazing XKCD on Team Liquid. For the Sonic Starleague, we did a live cast for it, so if you want to check it out, I will link the VOD for when that happened in the description, so you guys go check it out. It was a very entertaining day for me, had a lot of fun doing it. Unfortunately, during the stream, I don't think my mic volume was very good for that, because for some reason when I do live streams, I don't control the mic volume as well as I do for normal FP VODs like this, so it's a little more worse for wear, I would say, in terms of the microphone volume. Anyways, so I'll link it there in case you guys want to check it out, because I will not be uploading the VODs for that, but I will be doing VODs from the round of 24 and so on for Spenu Star League, I think, unless I get a chance to do the what's it called? The dual cast or triple cast with Sail and Amazing XKCD again. Anyways, let's move on to this game. Here we have Larva going for the standard 12 hatch 11 pool build, and Hiya has gone for that Rax first, no early gas, but he might go for a command center early, just like last time. So yep, he's throwing down that command center at his natural base, and so we're going to see kind of a similar game. Larva also has gone for the earlier third hatch once again, so we're not going to see any 2-hatch meta, as Effort has been opting for a lot these days. Anyways, moving on today, for continuing on the power rankings, people think that Zero is number 4 in power rankings. To be honest, I disagree with that. Did I talk about this already? Or was it Effort? I think I talked about Zero last game, but like Effort wasn't on the top 10. He was like a close but no cigar list. I guess I agree with that, but like I don't know. Effort I guess hasn't been playing as well as I feel like he should be. He for some reason decides to not do as well against Terrans, but albeit like Terrans have been doing really well against Zergs lately, because of I think how the matchup has worked and how the meta has shifted lately. So yeah. Meanwhile, we're gonna see that early layer from Larva. S is standard, and he's got Lings trying to chase this SCV out of the base. Hiya having good micro, weaving in and out between these two Lings. Meanwhile, Hiya has saturated his natural, and he's going to bioplay this game, I think. We haven't seen the inside of his base yet. Has he gone for more barracks, or has he gone for factories? Meantime, earlier second extractor, so this probably means Spire play from Larva, and not some kind of gimmicky 3-hatch Ling. Yeah, I think Hiya's going for bio this game, based upon his marine count. Usually they stop at like 6 or 7, but this game he's gone for a little bit more. So yep, Spire coming out now from Larva, as you see, getting that earlier second gas. And in the meantime, he's grouping up his Lings in the middle of the map, trying to take some map control, and maybe poke in with them to see what Hiya is doing. So you have 3 barracks and 4 barracks, I think, going up now for Hiya. So it's going to be a standard big 4 barracks pressure build with +1 timing. It's been pretty standard for a lot of Terrans to do this, put a lot of pressure, force Zerg to make some sunkens. I think the commentators are noting that there is no 5th barracks. Meanwhile, Marines are stationed here at the top of this ramp, making sure that the Lings aren't able to get a surround on them. But there are no turrets yet from Hiya. I think the spire is almost finished for Larva. So we're going to see Hiya put down turrets soon. Meantime, making some medics to compensate for these Marines. The comm sites are up, so he's probably going to scan and see what Larva has gone for. The mutas are coming out now, and Hiya, we're going to see, has scanned them. So he's probably going to plop down these missile turrets, protect his mineral line. I'm not sure if there is an early third base from Larva, trying to get up with his economic lead over Hiya. But as noted, the Hydra Den is out. Mutas are out now, they're going to try to do some pressure on Hiya. But Hiya is now pushing out, trying to deal with these Lings. I'm not sure if Hiya's made any turrets yet. The Lings are actually kind of able to sneak past, but Hiya's already macroed up another secondary force. So he's going to probably pressure with this initial one, and the mutas and Lings are going to have to dispatch of it. Hiya Den is finished, so Larva is going to be starting to research that lurker aspect. Commentators knowing that the +1 has just now finished, and so now this is where he's going to go for a bigger push. Marines kind of getting a little bit stronger by the Lings, but they're already easily able to clean those up. Mutas, oh, Miss Micro loses one of the mutas. But these Marines are quite powerful right now. There are not many Lings to deal with them. Meantime, some semi-late Sunkens coming up. Hiya Stim's not really catching in the mutas with that Stim though. But there are a lot of Lings now coming out, so we're going to see if... Oh, big surround of the mutas actually. Wow, Miss Micro by Larva doesn't realize where the Marine positioning is. But he does have some more Lings here, and he might go for a surround if Hiya tries to break this 3 Sunken. Hiya, I think, scanned it, so he knows that there's not going to be Sunkens right now, but he's stalling at the entrance of the ramp, or the bridge. He's not going to push through. He's not going to try to go for a break. He might, though. He has a decent amount of Marine count right now, but there is mutas and Lings positioned behind this, and so he might not realize it. Stim going down for no real reason. It's actually really bad. The medic energy is going to go down really, really quickly. Some random Marines in the middle of the map trying to do some damage to those mutas. But in the meantime, I'm not sure if he's going to go for a break. I think he saw those Lings behind, so Hiya is now kind of trapped. There are lurker eggs morphing right now, so if Hiya really wants to do something, he has to push in now. He can't push in later. There are some Lings also at the mineral-only base. He might go for a 3-way pronged surround from the front and from the 2 backsides. Meanwhile, Lings are cutting off the reinforcements to this big push, and Hiya's army is actually kind of trapped here. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to get them out effectively, but meanwhile, he is teching back at home, getting up to science vessels and tanks. But I think lurkers are now out, and they have position at the top of that third base, so we're going to see a longer TVZ game instead of Zerg just not ever getting a chance to grab that third base. So we're going to see a good game here. Meanwhile, Hiya's army is just sitting out here. I feel like he should be doing more with it. He should be more inclined to pressure other areas of the map, like that third base. But Hive is now coming up. He's got a Queen's Nest, got that Evo Chamber, researching that +1 carapace upgrade. Mita's taking a little bit of some pot shells, getting the Marines to stim, dealing some damage to them. The barracks are not lighting up, so Hiya's macro is slipping just a tiny bit, but there you go. He's able to start it again. Double eBay, so he's going to be getting that standard +3/+2 Marine upgrade before transitioning into mech play. But he's able to snipe a few of the mutas, but the mutas are doing a decent amount of damage to all of these Lings, and I think, wow, these Lings did quite a bit of damage, and he's able to clean up this relatively large-sized force, and now Hiya is unable to really grab any kind of map control. He's going to have to cede map control to the Zerg, and so he's going to have to continuously go for some more bio play instead of mech play, which is probably what he wants to do. There are the 2 tanks vessel push coming out, probably waiting for that 3rd tank. Meanwhile, the Hive is almost now up. He's going to try to hit before this Defiler timing. Meanwhile, though, he's going to be pressured by a lot of these lurkers and lings. Muta's doing a decent amount of damage. These lings are actually doing quite a bit, and the Marines are unable to deal with the lurkers from behind. There's a lot of Mutas right now, and not many Marines to deal with this. There's no int here, and the Marines are actually going to be able to pick off all of these tanks and 2 Marines, and might even be able to pick off the science missile, but no, he's going to go for the tanks, which are more important because they are able to outrange the lurkers. And yeah, wow, Larva actually doing quite well against this Bioforce of Hiya. Hiya missed microing and unable to macro up a decent-sized army. Like, I feel like Hiya should have had a lot more units there, but he did miss micro in that one set of rotations from those barracks, so he's unable to really capitalize on that. So Larva's really effectively able to deal with this pressure, and he's able to stall a lot more for that defiler round. Picking up those 2 early tanks, that's huge. He's not able to outrange those lurkers, and that's going to be able to free up some time from Larva, because Hiya's not going to have to wait for those tanks again. But Hiya actually just realizing after losing those 2 tanks, he's just going to go straight into SK Terran style with a lot of vessels to radiate these lurkers instead of getting tanks out. But he's going for surrounding Larva here. Actually, Hiya's not being able, he's not ready for this. He's losing a lot of these Marines, and they're going to be able to surround very, very effectively. They are on fire vessels, but not going to be able to deal with these Mutas. And wow, once again, Larva able to really take this great map control, taking down this army, going to radiate on these Mutas, but there are only a few Mutas left anyways, and a very late split. There are 3 Mutas left, but consume upgrade I'm pretty sure is almost just about done now. Meanwhile, Larva getting up those Scourge, probably going to try to add Scourge with his Mutaflock and snipe those vessels. But yeah, he has gone straight for that SK Terran style. He really wants that map control, which is really what these vessels give to the Terran force. Meanwhile, Larva just continuously grabbing another expansion, getting more lurkers, and he's probably going to re-go for another surround. And then, again, this Bioforce is very, very small. There's only probably a control group of Marine Medic. So, just a few lurkers and a decent amount of lings are really going to be able to clean this up effectively. Meanwhile, here come the Scourge. There are no Marines. Pulls him back, though. Really good micro by Larva, able to notice. And he's going to be able to pull them back and save those Scourge for another day. But yeah, now with these vessels out, he's able to take a lot of good map control with SK Terran style. But he does have another tank out, so he might stop and kind of use that second starport for dropships instead. In the meantime, he's grabbing another command center, trying to take that inside 7 mineral only base. Meanwhile, Larva doing a very cheeky play here, is grabbing 3 lurkers, or like 5 lurkers, but using them and putting them on top of each other. Hiya's gonna scan, he's like, oh, there's only 3 lurkers. But he doesn't know exactly how many there are. He's gonna go for the irradiate on a lot of these lurkers, and we're gonna see if he's gonna push across the bridge while these lurkers are irradiated. But no, he's not. He's going to be very, very safe and cautious with these. Science Vessels separating from the pack. They're going to try to get some map control and try to see where the defilers are. Random tank out here. Not sure why. That's a kind of poor positioning on Larva's part, or by Hiya's part, losing a free tank. In the meantime, the Lings up here scouting to find a 3rd base from Hiya, but there is none. He's setting up at the middle only instead. So then going out at the natural base is going to see if he can push through, but I doubt he will be. There are a lot of Lings. There are no defilers out yet, which is a little weird. But there's double Nidus Canal, which is a little interesting to me. Probably has one going to his natural base and one going to his main base at the bottom right-hand position. The defiler is out now. Big irradiate's going down. Here comes the defiler. Oh, gets killed actually without getting a plague off. So carelessly losing a defiler for no reason. Meanwhile, Hiya has now succeeded in taking map control with this Bioforce. But we're going to see if Larva does have a decent amount of macroed up. He's going to see if he's going to go for another big surround like last time. He's got the Defiler and a few Lings out. He does not really have many units with it though, like Lurkers. Meantime, he's got some idle Lings up here at the top left-hand position. Really needs those to join his army. But yeah, that's why I say, Hiya really stopped making his vessels, and instead has really gone for more dropships. But here comes the Defiler. Firebats are doing a decent amount of damage against these, and he's going to play all the vessels. But in the meantime, the dropships are coming up here into the main base, but the Overlords might scout it. No, he pulls back, I think, before the Overlord. but he's got an Ultra's cavern up now, but he has Lings now positioned in the main base, so he did see it. Larva did see these dropships, and he's going to be able to deal with them effectively, but he's losing a lot of Lings here to this Bioforce, actually. He's got a few meters. He really correctly saved those meters later on in the game, because he's going to try to snipe those vessels, which are low health. Oh, here come the meters in. I think they're going to snipe a few. Scourge out of position. Now able to do with the dropship right now, and here come the 4 dropship players going to shuttle in a lot of these units, and Marine Medic are going to be unloaded. A Scourge is going to take out how many dropships, but this is a big force. I'm not sure how he's going to do with it. He's going to get all his important tech structures sniped. The Ultra is going to get sniped. The Spine Pool is going to get sniped, and maybe even the Defiler Den is going to get sniped. And there are not enough Lings and Lurkers back here to defend with this. Defiler is out, but there's no Lurkers. Where's the real firepower behind this attack? Here come finally 2 Lings, but his Defiler Den is going to go down. The Ultra Den went down, and he's probably going to lose his Spine Pool as well. This is huge. Losing a lot of important key critical tech structures, and this is really big. Larva's lost a lot of tech structures, and these Marines are still in the base. He did lose a bunch of units, but Lings and Lurkers here at the front are able to kill off most of the Marines pushing the front, but he's still got to deal with these Marines and medics in the back of his base. Hiya microing really well. He's going to push those Marines to the back of the base so the Lurkers can hit them, and in time, after this pressure, once again, grabbing the 4th base. A good play on the Marines, but at this point it's a little too late. You know, all of his tech structures got killed off, and Hiya has succeeded in doing what he really wanted to do. And we might see Hiya slowly transition to mech play, because he is grabbed really control of the middle of the map. Meantime, there's a lot of Scourge out here doing not really anything. He hasn't been able to snipe any of the vessels. Oh, finally he's able to do it, but only taking out one of them. Oh, but a double stack Lurkers are able to do a decent amount, but a good split by Hiya is able to effectively take care of them. Here come the Marines. There's a spore colony that's going to hit the vessels, and they're going to throw off into town, radiating those Lurkers. Meanwhile, the Lurkers are finally cleaning up this force back in back of his main. Once again, these Lings are just kind of chilling there, not really doing anything. I really feel like those Lings finally starting to move are going to try to go harass that 9 o'clock position. A lot of radiates killing off a lot of these Lurkers. Meantime, his remade all of his tech structures here hit his, like, I guess his, like, new main. The Lings are getting in here, gonna do some good damage. Meantime, the Medic Marines have still continued to deal with these Lings effectively in the middle of the map. He's actually able to clean up those Ling harass at the 9 o'clock. Marine OP. But yeah, here comes the double dropship again, going to snipe the Defiant Mount. Again, this is going to be critical. No way to fires once again. Scanless now is going to probably try to snipe these 2 Lurkers here. Not a really good spread of the Marines, and actually, yeah, he's going to lose a lot of them. He did pick up the Defiant Mount, though, which is once again the critical tech structure that he really wanted to pick off, but there's a lot of radiates going down. The Ultras are out now for Larva. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, considering how much map control that Hiya has. Meantime, idle SCVs from Hiya, not really checking that area. He's got his main and natural mine now, so he's still in 2 base economy, but in the meantime, he's still really all he cares about is getting those big map control out, and then getting those radiates off on those units. He's got a 5th command center, so he's going to try to take those upper left bases soon. He's got supply tables kind of making a pseudo wall in here to stop any kind of lean production or lean pressure. But again, these radiates going down, these Ultras and Lurkers. Where is the Scourge Cloud? He really needs one. Another play by this Defiler. I'm not sure why he does that. You know, it's not really effective at this point. He really should be focusing more on getting Scourge out and not wasting energy on Plague. He should be trying to go for more pressure and grabbing recontrol of the middle of the map with Swarm. In the meantime, here comes some Lings and Lurkers. They might be able to stop mining here at this base. There's quite a few SCVs here. And SCVs actually getting trapped. Oh, he's losing a lot of SCVs. Hiya making a critical mistake here. He lost a lot of SCVs that transferred from the National, and that's probably a good 20 Marines. And that's actually huge right now. He lost a lot of econ, but he's able to clean this up relatively quickly, but again, losing a lot of econ. In the meantime, Lings have gotten into the bases. They're going to actually stop mining here at this 9 o'clock position while trying to grab more bases at the 12 o'clock. So yeah, Hiya's actually losing control of this game, and Larva actually getting kind of a small comeback here. A good play off on these Marine Medic, and here come the Lings. Not able to do as much damage as like. The Medic heal is doing a lot, but here comes the Storm, and that's going to be able to effectively stop this push from Hiya. Meanwhile, he has start mining at the 95 position, and the Lings are going to keep funneling into the natural of Hiya. He did lift the command center, but these Lings are going to kill off some more SCVs. This is actually really huge right now. Hiya only mining off one base, and he did lose a bunch of SCVs. In the meantime, Larva was doing a decent amount of defending, losing the Ultra that wasn't hidden underneath the Dark Storm. He really needs to learn just to deal with these big group of Marine Medic. In the meantime, here comes the big Scourge Cloud. The Marines going underneath the Dark Storm. Ultra's going to be able to pick them off easily without taking much damage. And some of the vessels went down for the Scourge, but I think most of his boats are going to be cleaned up. Yeah, Hiya has not actually been able to macro up another army because he lost a lot of SCVs. Another Scourge is going to pick up another vessel. And Larva making a big comeback in this game, actually. Their SCV transfer was critical to this. And right now, Hiya is actually not on the defensive, but Larva's taking map control with his Ultra Ling. There is no Defiant backup with this force though, so he's actually going to be chased off here. I'm not sure why he's continuously to try to fight. These Ultras are going to go down relatively quickly soon. Actually, Hiya for getting stimmed, so they didn't go down quickly. Plus, they got that armor upgrade as well, so they're going to be very difficult to take down. Marines only going to do like 2 damage to them each shot. Meanwhile, Hiya still has a decent, an okay economy to produce out of all these bears, but critically enough, he's got 3 starports now, so he really has not gone for those tanks. He's really trying to desperately take back map control, which is really what SK Terran does really well. But Larva does have that 5th gas right now, so he's really easily able to comfortably afford these Ultralisk and Defilers, and another good play on these Marine Medic. Meanwhile, Ling's also heading again back to that mineral only. Larva's taking advantage of the fact that Hiya doesn't have any more mining bases, and so he's going to go after the one most important base of Hiya's right now. And if he's able to do a decent amount of damage and force this, Hiya's going to effectively be no mining. He's going to lose this game. Larva's done a great job to come back in this game, and the Commencer is actually lifted off and trying to take that 6 o'clock position right now. I'm not sure if that's the smart decision. I really think that the 9 o'clock position is where he wants to go. He really should clean up those Lings over there. Instead, he's just ignoring them. Meanwhile, a small force of Marines did start a few drones, but he didn't really start the drones mining gas. He didn't set the hatchery, which is most important. Here comes a dropship. He's going to drop, but again, the Scourge and Lings right here. They're prepared for this already, and the Lings are going to be easily able to clean this up. Hiya's attacks have been stymied effectively, and right now he is on the defensive, and not Larva. Larva's really taking control of this map. Oh, Scourge! Oh, he kind of wasted them. Didn't really clone really well. But more Scourge are coming up to these vessels. I'm not sure if Hiya's going to be able to mic him properly. He does bring it back a little bit, but these Ultras are getting irradiated, and they're on hold position, so they're not doing any damage right now. But here comes the Scourge! Oh, they cannot picked off. But there's a lot of Ultras here. That 5th gas really kicking in really heavily. He's able to afford a lot more of these Ultralisks. And here come a lot of Lings with cracked up wings. Yeah, I think he's going to be able to clean up this force here. He's just going to continuously spam all of these Lings. This force goes down. I'm not sure if Hiya's going to be able to produce another one. Hiya, I think, is going to lose this game. And there's the GG. Great comeback from Larva. And we have a series, guys. Hiya didn't really wasn't able to deal with this force effectively. Those supply depots at those 9 was not really positioned correctly. So we'll see you guys in set 3.